And welcome back to WCF TV. I'm your host, Daniel Hemsworth, and here we are to wrap up Joga 2020. Let's kick off straight away and see what you want to see, the final standings of the competition. As you can see, Azerbaijan took home 3 gold medals and 1 silver in this competition. Brazil with 2 gold and 2 silver, while Estonia and Russia both got 1 gold and 1 silver each. Japan took home 1 gold and Portugal 3 silver. Now Portugal had the most participants in the event with 14 people joining the competition, while Azerbaijan took away the top scores both with the judges' vote of 98,300 and the public vote of 6,215 over the entire competition. Well, they played 27 games. You can find all these statistics in the news section of the WCF website. Now, before we introduce to our winners, let's take a look back at rounds 3 and 4 of Joga Legal. Round 3 had 2 finals played. One between the under-14 girls, where Japan's Akari Tachi went head-to-head with Portugal's Ares Ares. It was a tough game between these 2 girls, but with Akari Tachi getting 9 stars from 3 of the judges, she won over the Portuguese by just 400 points from the judges. That doesn't mean it was an easy victory, as both girls pulled out something very special for that competition. The other final played in round 3 was the under-16 boys, where Brazil's Usley Silva went up against Portugal's Carlos Eusebio. This was a tough match for both boys, going head-to-head as they both scored 3,700 points from the judges each. It was only decided in a victory for Brazil with 34 public votes. Under 12 girls category, where there were 3 nations battling it in the semi-final for their spot in the final. Daria Ivanova from Estonia and Sofia Gomes from Portugal unfortunately could not break through that Russian force, and both missing out on their place in the final. Down to the 2 Russian girls in the final, there was Diana Tereshchenko, who won with 700 points on top of her opponent from the judges. I guess there's a reason why she's called Perfeição. Moving to the under-16 girls category, where in the semi-final it wasn't just Brazil versus Brazil, but classmate versus classmate. And for the winner, Gabriele Sampaio, it wasn't the first time that she'd been up against one of her own countrymen in this competition. In the other semi-final, the 2 Portuguese girls showed great skill and determination to try and win their place in the final. But in the end, it was Matilde Luck that took that honour. So we already knew that this was going to be a Brazil versus Portugal showdown. And with these 2 names that we've heard a lot during this competition, Gabriele Sampaio and Matilde Luck, it was with a perfect score from 3 of the judges, as well as 468 public votes, more than double her opponent, that took the victory to Gabriele Sampaio. The under-12 boys semi-final was the last chance for Russia in this heavily dominated Azerbaijan category. In the game between Russia's Artem Berezin and Azerbaijan's Zulfogar Zayali, they fought well and hard for their spot in the final. With points from the judges scored at 3,200 each, this was another game that went to the decision by the public vote. In the other semi-final match between Azerbaijan players, it was a close score, but it was Yavidam Panali that went through to the final, and with 400 more points over his opponent and a handful of public votes, also went on to win victory in the final. 4 big names in the under-14 boys category. João Cavalcanti from Portugal, Bilgam Ismailov from Azerbaijan, Ali Takitaji from Azerbaijan, and José Mendes of Brazil. Between João and Bilgam, once again, the judges' points were tied at 3,300 apiece. It was Bilgam with only 30 more points on the public vote who went through to the final. Ali, unfortunately, was not so lucky against Brazil's José, missing out by 300 points from the judges. The final of the under-14 boys Both gentlemen played amazing performances, but it was Dilgan that won with 400 points from the judges and took out the final. Last but not least, the big boys on the field, the under-18s, with young men from 4 nations battling it out in the semi-final. Lalo of Benin, who showed a lot of promise in the quarter-finals, wasn't able to hold it out up against Estonia's Christian Kalnitsky. Similarly, by only a few hundred points, Brazil succumbed to Azerbaijan. The final, Estonia versus Azerbaijan, Christian versus Azer. Quite the matchup. With one of the judges stating that he had to watch the videos several times as both players showed great skills. In the end, the victory went to Azer of Azerbaijan with 3,900 points to Christian's 3,500. After so many great performances in these past weeks, let's take a chance to have a look at our winners. Under 12 girls, Diana Tereshchenko from Russia. Now the champion for the under 12 boys category, Yavidan Panali from Azerbaijan. And the champion for the under 14 girls competition, Japan's Akari Dachi. And the winner of the under 14 boys category from Azerbaijan, Dilgan Ismailov. And from Brazil and the under 16 girls competition, Gabriele Sampaio.
Eu sou capoeira, sim senhor. Eu tenho uma família de ouro.
Also from Brazil, on the under 16 boys category, Yusley Silva.
Eu sou capoeira, giga de Angola. Sou eu, depois sou eu.
Eu sou capoeira, sou regional.
Na terra da alegria eu sou carnaval. Sobre a luz da lua, vai ter meia lua. E a gente xinga, feito mestre pimba. Abra a roda agora, nosso show vai começar. Eu tenho um cordão de ouro, capoeira vou jogar.
Abre a roda agora, nosso show vai começar.
Eu tenho um cordão de ouro, de besouro manganga.
Museu Capoeira, Pipos Academia, Salvador, Bahia.
And for the under 18 girls category, all the way from Estonia, Anastasia Fedulova.
Dinheiro não carrego pra doar. Sou capoeira e ninguém vai me segurar. Sou brasileiro, com amor bato no peito. Sou capoeira Brasil, a ele devo respeito. Sou mandingueiro.
Sou mandingueiro e não carrego pra doar. Sou capoeira, ninguém vai me segurar. Sou brasileiro, com amor bato no peito. Sou capoeira Brasil, vai depois
Sou mandingueiro, não carrego pra doar. Sou capoeira e ninguém vai me segurar. Sou brasileiro, com amor bato no peito. Sou capoeira.
And the champion for the under 18 boys, all the way from Azerbaijan, Azep Orion.
Ele come machixe que é de limão. Vai que vem do sertão, Tabaré, meu irmão. Foi o Cláudio Bacilho que vem do sertão. Mas é o Açuba que vem do sertão. O Xangô, mas que vem do sertão. Mas o Cordeiro que vem do sertão. O Banana que vem do sertão. Aí o mestre Peixe, mas que vem do sertão. É que vem do sertão, Tabaré, meu irmão. Ele vem de machixe que é de limão. Ai, 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 talvez bichão. Ai, 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 ai,
While all of those champions gave great performances, we here at the WCF would like to thank and congratulate all the participants who entered into Joga Legal 2020. We're looking forward to seeing you grow in Capoeira into the future. After all, the youth are our leaders of tomorrow. Now, here's a small message from our president, Mas Palanciara.
Hello, all capoeiristas around the world. As a president of WCF, I would like to say thanks to Mestre Peixe Ensaboado, Mestre Chumbinho e Bom Menino for the organization and the nice videos and nice platform of the competition. And also, I would like to say that it was a great success, the competition, the young competitors and the referees, young referees too that participate in this competition. And also say the most important thing, that the WCF is the only one that organize the competition online to collaborate and promote capoeira around the world. Thank you very much, everybody. This year we're gonna organize more and more competition to keep up capoeira, because capoeira needs this kind of competition. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mas Palan, for those encouraging words. We would also like to thank all the referees that were involved in this competition for their great work and dedication. Master Peixe Ensaboado from Australia, Chief Referee and Chairman of the Referee Commission. Master Hook of Brazil, Vice Chairman of the Referee Commission. Master Brisa of Brazil. Master Master Gian Pangolin of Brazil. Master Panza of Brazil. Formado Chumbinho from Hong Kong, Secretary of the Referee Commission. Professor Aranya from Estonia, Commissioner of the Referee Commission. Professor Nikolai from Russia, Commissioner of the Referee Commission. Formado Javali from Australia. Professor Cavallo from Brazil. Professor Baiano from Brazil. Professor Amendoim from Brazil. Instrutor Meyababa from Azerbaijan. Instrutor Sembara from Hong Kong. Instrutor Arquero, Azerbaijan. Instrutor Jamaica from China, Hong Kong. And Instrutor Bom Menino, Azerbaijan. Get ready, soldiers, for the next event, the much anticipated adult male online capoeira solo competition, Joga Maneiro. This competition will be split into 5 categories, in line with the weight division of standard competition. Registrations will be open in February and preliminaries will start in March. Are you interested in becoming a WCF qualified international referee? Or maybe studying the capoeira coaching certificate through the WCF? All the information can be found on the WCF website under the courses menu. Coaching courses are registered on the European Qualification Framework and delivered from the College of Sports and Fitness out of Sydney, Australia. Very worthwhile if you're considering a career as a capoeira coach. Check out those courses. And that brings us to the end of another episode of WCF TV. Congratulations again to all the winners and participants of Joga Legal 2020. Also, we're looking forward to seeing some great things from Joga Maneiro 2021. Thank you again to all the referees who helped out and participated in these online competitions. Don't forget to check out those courses through the WCF platform and get your qualifications for referee or international capoeira coach. That's all from us today. I'm Daniel Hemsworth, and we'll see you again soon in WCF TV.